But Luka is very ball dominant. And there are times when I watch Luka, he makes me mad because he stay on the ball too long. Luka, to me, plays a lot like James Harden. A lot like James Harden. He just shoot a hell of a lot better than what James Harden shoot. Not to take nothing from James. James is cold, but that style of basketball, you will eat up 20 seconds of the shot clock in the last four. When you don't have a shot, you giving it off to somebody, and now they only got 4 seconds to figure out what it is that they want to do with the ball. Luka stops the ball a lot. And this is one of the things that this article was talking about for a shooting guard like Klay Thompson's style. There are going to have to be some compromise. Yo, what is happening? This is Shahir Yashub, and this is Mo Talk. We're going to switch gears now to the NBA. We're going to talk a little bit about the Dallas Mavericks, Klay Thompson, Golden State Warriors. The Dallas Mavericks have made moves as if they are trying to get back to the finals. I think adding Klay Thompson to the roster is solid. I believe that the Mavericks was maybe just one more solid shooter away from making that series with Boston more interesting. Let's face it, to beat Boston in the finals was a tall task. That was a lot to ask for. I do believe that Kyrie and Luka are probably two of the best backcourts in the NBA, but they're just two players. The Boston Celtics is a hell of a team, man. 1 through 5. And not only are they a hell of a team, they have the experience as well. You was asking a lot to beat Boston. They have been tried. They have been tested. They have grown together. They was primed to win the finals this year. And so hats off to the Boston Celtics for a remarkable job. And I'm not a Boston fan whatsoever. I mean, like at all. Boston did not need another championship, right? But when you do things the right way, you get rewarded. And that's exactly what the case was when it came to Boston. I'm happy for those guys that are over there. They did a remarkable job. The organization, as far as I could tell this year, was classy. And, the Mavericks, you just got to tilt your hat to a remarkable season. Them making it to the finals, it even surprised me. I did not think that they would make it to the finals. But, the trade deadline helped them out a lot. Lively was a live wire all the way throughout the playoffs. He added something to that team that they drastically needed. And the other thing that they needed was another shooter, another shooting threat. When you look at the Mavericks, Luka and Kyrie, keeping it close. I've always said that you got to blow the Mavericks out to beat them. And when they came across a juggernaut like Boston just has so many different options. And Boston had an answer for everything that Dallas was throwing at them, that Dallas ran out of options on trying to beat them. But I do feel like that if they had a 80% Klay Thompson on that team, somebody who could stretch that offense just a little bit more, and a whole nother shooting threat out there, that they could have made that series a lot more interesting than what they did. Klay Thompson, after 13 years and 4 titles at Golden State, he has signed a $50 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks. And like I say, in my opinion, I think that this is solid. Klay Thompson is not the player that he used to be, but let's go through this article. There are some things in this article that I want to point out. And maybe we can get a Klay Thompson a happy Klay Thompson. Let's put it that way. And a happy Klay Thompson could be a whole lot better than the Klay Thompson that was at Golden State. Klay Thompson joined the Mavericks on a 3-year, $50 million deal after Warriors complete trade per report. This was an article that came out yesterday. It says Klay Thompson has agreed to join the Dallas Mavericks on a 3-year, $50 million deal, according to ESPN Adrian Wojnarowski. While there was an initial holdup over what the Golden State Warriors would receive in the deal, the issue has since been resolved. The reported move will come through a sign and trade that will send Josh Green to Charlotte Hornets and 2 second-round picks to the Warriors. Thompson, a 5-star All-Star and 4-time champion, has spent his entire career to this point playing for the Warriors. However, after years of expensive luxury taxes, several draft picks spent on guards that could replace him, and a high-profile and failed pursuit of Paul George, the Warriors have ultimately elected not to bring back Thompson, likely clearing the way for him to join Luka and Kyrie in Dallas. Business is business, people. Business is business. This is the team that he has played for his entire career. You would expect him to be here and retire. With this particular franchise, he helped them win 4 championships. Klay Thompson in my opinion, he is above and beyond a Hall of Famer already, right? But as you get older and the ideas start to shift and you start looking at younger players that you can use that money on. And so in Golden State's mind, we have gotten a lot out of Klay. It's time to move on. And so, but Klay, as an athlete, you always feel that I got more. And he did not feel that Golden State was respecting him with what it is that they was bringing to the table. It says the Warriors reportedly offered Thompson a 2-year, $48 million deal last offseason. This is far smaller than the 4-year, $100 million pack Draymond Green secured as a free agent. And it was also significantly lower than the 4-year, $128 million contract Jordan Poole got when the Warriors thought he might be Thompson's long-term replacement at a shooting guard. Thompson rejected the $48 million offer, and during the season, the Warriors slowly began to rely more and more heavily on rookie shooting guard Brandon Podazemski, even bringing Thompson off the bench for a stretch. Now, as an athlete, I can tell you that when you dealing with things like this here, looking at people that you on a team with people that could potentially be your replacement, especially after you done did so much for the organization in the past, your mind is not all the way there. Being a great athlete, in my opinion, is just as much mental as it is physical. And so we have absolutely no idea what the conversations were between Klay Thompson and the organization, but we know that he was not happy with what it is that they brought him. He's looking at money that they gave to Draymond. He's looking at money that they gave to Jordan Poole, and he's looking at the money that they offering him. And now you're not even utilizing me that I can prove my worth. You're slowly putting me on the back burner. And so this could contribute to why a lot of his numbers have went down. And I'm not saying that this is the reason why, but this could be a contribution to why some of his numbers have went down. He was not happy. Sometimes you just need a new start. Sometimes you just need a whole new scenery. And hopefully that the Dallas Mavericks is that new scenery that this man need. Hey, Klay, when you get there, go on down there to Ledbetter, Loop 12 over there, and go to Sweet Georgia Brown and get you some soul food right out of South Oak Cliff and make yourself at home once you get down there. You understand what I'm saying? We got places for you in Dallas, Texas, man. But the article go on to say now the trio, Thompson, Green, and Steph, these was the Splash Brothers, right? Will split up after one of the greatest runs any three teammates have ever had. Those three players have the third most playoff wins as a trio in the NBA history with 98. Trailing only Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Michael Cooper. That's how old I am. I remember those three guys, as well as Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. Curry is the NBA's all-time leader in three-pointers with 3,747. Thompson is at number 6 with 2,481. In all likelihood, they will both retire in top 5, having spent the majority of their careers together. By now, they will separate, with Thompson headed south to join the reigning Western Conference champions. The Dallas offense sputtered in the NBA Finals, scoring only 100.7 points per 100 possessions. An extra shooter will do that unit a world of good. But stylistically, Thompson will have to adjust to a system that is, at least on paper, the exact opposite of the one he is coming from with the Warriors. Golden State plays a motion offense designed to punish teams for napping off the ball. The Mavericks have an incredibly heliocentric offense built around Doncic's individual shot creation. There are going to have to be compromises on both sides here, but the players this talented, this is feasible. Thompson was also reportedly linked to the Los Angeles to the two Los Angeles teams, the Lakers and the Clippers. The fits there made sense given his childhood in the region. His father, Michael Thompson, played for the Lakers, but the Lakers were a play-in team last season, and the Clippers lost Paul George. The Mavericks will be bringing back most of last season's relatively young Western Conference champions, and now only figured to be more formidable heading into the 2024-25 season. I'm excited about this, but it do make me ask the question as to why is it that players not wanting to go play with LeBron at Los Angeles with the Lakers? That's the question that I really would like to ask. But other than that, let's get back to the Mavericks. Luka, I am a Luka fan. How could you not be a Luka fan? Luka can shoot that ball from anywhere on the court. And Luka moves so dadgum slow. He had his athleticism to me is just, I don't know. It got to be high, but it don't look like it's high. And he do things with that basketball that you don't think that he should be able to do. And his passing is just superb, right? But Luka is very ball dominant. And there are times when I watch Luka, he makes me mad because he stay on the ball too long. Luka, to me, plays a lot like James Harden. A lot like James Harden. He just shoot a hell of a lot better than what James Harden shoot. Not to take nothing from James. James is cold, but that style of basketball, you will eat up 20 seconds of the shot clock in the last 4. When you don't have a shot, you giving it off to somebody, and now they only got 4 seconds to figure out what it is that they want to do with the ball. Luka stops the ball a lot. And this is one of the things that this article was talking about for a shooting guard like Klay Thompson's style. There are going to have to be some compromises. that's going to be made. He is going to have to understand the same way Kyrie had to understand when he came to Dallas, and Kyrie seemed like he got it. It took them a while to gel, but it seemed like he got it. It's going to take some time for him to understand that the ball start and stop with Luka. But one thing that I do know about Luka is that if you are open and he trusts you, Luka will get you the ball. I'm going to ask the question before I get out of here, though. And the question that I want to ask is, do you think that bringing Klay Thompson to Dallas, is that going to help Dallas' chances in getting back to the finals? You got a guy who have been there, who have won it 4 times. He's not afraid of the big lights. He is right now, I think 6th in 3-point shooting. He know how to pull that trigger. He's not afraid to pull that trigger. Do you think that Klay Thompson would be a good fit at Dallas? Me, myself, I think that this is solid. I'm happy for Klay. I'm happy for the Mavericks. Hoping nothing goes wrong in the 82 game season that they play. I'm looking forward to some basketball for the first time in a long time. I think that I may be watching some NBA basketball coming up because Klay is coming to the 214. This is Yeshub. This is Mo Talk. Y'all get at me and tell me what y'all think about this here.